I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for The Silent Twin, Chapter 19. Dear Diary, the only way to stop the monster was for him to be caught in the act. My sister was the only one I could allow to find me in that way. I promised her my space hopper if she would play a special game of hide and seek. My eyes were on the studio door as I waited for her to turn up, to put an end to the abuse. The door handle groaned as she opened the door. I began to put my clothes back on. I can't, I said, sounding scared. No, he said firmly. We're not finished yet. In show of brute force, he yanked my shirt off. I screamed, trying to make the scene look as bad as possible. Her young eyes were wide and disbelieving, her face white with shock. But my sister, she just withdrew without saying a word. She never mentioned the incident again. Damn. Detective's note, Abigail Duncan, 5 days gone. I finally got the confession I've been looking for, but if Johanna doesn't wake up, it may be too late for Abigail. I sit in the waiting room with Olivia and Fiona. That was a close one. Thankfully, the medic said that they got there just in time. Has she said anything? Has she said where Abigail is? Not exactly. Is Olivia okay? Oh, yes. Do you think I should take her back to the house? Oh, I think I should wait for Nick. No, stay here until Nick comes. Olivia needs her dad at a time like this. Smile warily at Olivia. You can travel back together. Okay, Olivia? Poor kid. This must be also overwhelming for her. You don't say! Her dad's sleeping with another guy. Her sister's missing and maybe possibly dead, and her mother just tried to take her own life. Yeah, might be a little overwhelming. Turned to see Nick galloping into the ward. He's a deathly shade of white. Where is she? Second on the left. Oh, they're done treating her. She's gonna be alright. Nick nods and enters Johanna's room. I can't believe she did that. She self-harmed before, but never this bad. About that, Your phone rings. It's Ethan. Stepping in the hallway to take the call. DC9. I got your message about Johanna. Yeah. Yeah! Eat it! Child abuse investigation team just got the information you requested on her. What'd they find? Found no reports to substantiate a history of abuse. So Johanna wasn't abused by her father? We're not gonna get into this. Not according to our records, but there were accusations made against her father from someone else. Someone else? Who? Johanna's sister, Doreen. Her sister who committed suicide? That's right. I've sent you the report just now. Take a look if you like. The photos were seized at the time, but there wasn't enough evidence to link her father. Maybe that's why she killed herself. The pain of it all, the fact her father seemingly got away with it. You try to ignore the niggling feeling in the back of your mind. Johanna wasn't abused, yet she still had so much animosity towards her father. Could she have known about the abuse? And if so, did she kill him in revenge? Possibly. But why now, after all this time? There's an impatient pause on the other end of the line. Do you have anything else for me? Time's up. What do I tell him? Let's wait. Nothing. Something about Johanna's confession doesn't sit right with me. If I tell Ethan about it, he'll want to barge in, guns blazing. Well, Johanna self-harmed today, but we managed to get her to the hospital in time. Ethan hisses angrily through his teeth. You buried the lead there, didn't you, Jennifer? Sorry, I think the stress finally overwhelmed her. She's in recovery now. Frankly, I'm disappointed that you let this happen on your watch. You're supposed to be keeping an eye on the family. Sir, I was a little preoccupied with I want you to head back to the station. You're off the case. But... Ethan ends the call. Like hell I'm off the case. Check the email. Ethan sent you a report of Joanna's father's arrest. That bastard, at least he keeps his word. Wait a minute. There's a picture dated shortly after the arrest. A teenage Joanna sits on the stoop next to her sister, a chubby blonde girl. Is that? A terrible suspicion grows in your mind. You head to the hospital's administrative office, your heart thrumming against your ribcage. I need to see the CCTV footage from when Johanna's father died. You flash a badge, and the nurse on duty reluctantly agrees to let you review the footage. Come on, she's got to be on here somewhere. There. Come across the footage of a woman as she enters Johanna's father's room. She's slim, blonde, and dressed in a floral pinafore dress. Is that Johanna? I thought she refused to visit her father. Could Fiona have been right? The woman approaches the hospital bed. Slowly and deliberately, she reaches for a pillow and presses it tightly over his face. It's over in an instant. The life support flatlines. So it was murder. Why kill a man who's already on the verge of death? Because the birthday is in 1 day now. The woman turns and leaves the hospital room. She does. You're able to make out her face. That looks like... You zoom in on the image, realization dawns on you, just like a slap of cold water. Oh my god. Race to Johanna's room, and it's empty. Damn it! Run back to the car, rev your engine, and head back to Blackwater Farm. Each piece of information slots another piece of the jigsaw puzzle in the place. Everything Johanna said about her father was true, except for one thing. And it's the greatest betrayal of all. By Nick, Joanna, and Fiona at the kitchen table having tea and shortbread. Really? What? Okay, let's all have some shortbread. A chill dances down your spine when you see Olivia. Jennifer. I have to be careful here. I'll sit down and act like everything's normal. Stay standing. I've got to be ready for whatever comes next. You approach the table, wrapping your fingers around the back of the kitchen chair. Joanna? They said you discharged yourselves. I couldn't stay there any longer. I was stupid. I'm sorry. I just wanted everything to go away. Nick takes Joanna's hand. You're alright. That's what matters. Have you accepted any help? Yes, they made a referral to the crisis team, and I've already been in touch. But I told them there's something we need to do first. We need to talk about Abigail. I have to get Olivia away from her. I should suggest Nick take Olivia outside, suggest Fiona make a cup of tea. Fiona, any chance I can get a cup of tea? Nick slides you is across the table to you. Here, I've not touched it. Damn it, Nick. But... It's fine. I don't want any. Olivia continues to eat shortbread, oblivious to her potentially dangerous predicament. Jennifer. You turn back to Joanna. About what I said when you found me. You rub your forehead as you assemble your thoughts. Right. You said you took your daughter to save her trauma that you experienced as a child. What did you mean? I've tried to get the memory back, but I can't. Joanna takes her head in her hands. Did I do this? Please tell me I didn't do this. Fiona places her hand on Joanna's. I'm so sorry. I had no idea it would come out like this. Stand up from the table. Whatever the cost, I have to get Olivia away from the table. I'll sneak my way around to Olivia. You should have come to me, Joanna. You pass behind Joanna. We could have fixed it. Stop between Joanna and Fiona. Who to trust? Let's play Russian roulette. But you give me no choice but to take you in for questioning. I've carried a sense of guilt around for years, but every time it surfaced, I pushed it down even further. Joanna looks at you with pleading eyes. You've got to understand what happened was so horrific. I couldn't speak about it, let alone return to it. I wasn't speaking to you, Johanna. You turn and look at Fiona. I was talking to her. Fiona looks baffled. What are you talking about? Why didn't you tell Johanna what really happened on the day of her 10th birthday? You see Fiona's arms tighten around Olivia. She knows. It's not fair to make her relive it again. Fiona glances furtively toward the back door. You pick up the picture of Doreen that Ethan sent you. To make you relive it, you mean? You show Fiona the picture of her as a child. She looks stunned. Her mouth struggles to form words. What? You quickly snatch Olivia away from Fiona. What's going on here? Well, the long-lost dead sister? Not long-lost dead sister. Nick, take Olivia. Nick gets up and takes her. Johanna wasn't abused by her father, Fiona. You were. Johanna stands up slowly, her eyes widen, disbelieving. What? No! No, you're wrong. It happened to me. No, Johanna. It happened to her. It happened to Doreen. Nick and Johanna stare at Fiona in shock. Doreen? No, my stepsister is dead. That's what she wanted the world to believe. The real Fiona Roberts committed suicide, stepped out in front of a train. The ID on her remains was Doreen's. The two of them were flatmates. After Fiona died, Doreen took on her identity. She fabricated the entire thing, probably drove Fiona to commit suicide herself. Listen to yourself. This is nonsense. Johanna scrutinizes Doreen's face. It can't be. Doreen was overweight. She had a crooked teeth, blonde hair. She's changed, that's all. Lost weight, fixed her teeth, dyed her hair. But the ID I had traced on the system, it bore an old photo of Doreen. Much the same as a photo of my colleague sent me. It's not true. I recognized you from the hospital CCTV. The night you visited your father. The night you killed him. Johanna shakes her head in disbelief. The blonde wig and dress were enough to fool the nurses, but not me. Johanna looks between you and Fiona. But my memories have been coerced. What you have is a false memory. You repressed the wicked things your father did. When it started coming out, you didn't know how to handle it. Fiona was there to step in and change history. Those meditation sessions you two were having, that was Doreen putting you under hypnosis, implanting her memories into your mind. Johanna backs away from Fiona. Why? For sakes, Johanna, don't listen to her. Doreen edges towards the back door. Nick blocks her path, keeping a frightened Olivia close behind him. Why? Johanna, Why? Because you saw! You saw and you did nothing! I was so relieved when you found me in the studio, but you ran away. I waited for help, but you didn't tell a soul. I don't remember. Doreen pulls up her sleeves to reveal the zigzag scars up and down her arms. While you were playing and having a happy childhood, I was doing this. Johanna turns away, shielding her face with her hands. I had nothing. You had a boarding school education, a swanky business, and an investment in a farm. Then I saw the twins, and the memories came flooding back all over again. Only this time, I had a chance to end it all for good. Where's my daughter, you bitch? Fiona grabs a knife off the counter and backs away. Get back. Damn it, I need to... Okay. I'm getting hurt. Wait. No, it's too risky. I need to wait for an opening. Nick lunges for Doreen. Doreen slashes him across the arm. He cries out in pain and clutches his arm. Damn it. With two deft movements, he'll close the gap and pounce on Doreen. Doreen's knife nearly misses your face as she cuts wildly at the air. The two of you fall onto the floor. Jennifer! Managed to twist Doreen's arm behind her back, forcing her to release the knife. Nick joined you in restraining her. Joanna, get Olivia out of here. Joanna rushes over to her daughter. Sweetheart. And call the police. Joanna nods and hurries out of the kitchen with Olivia. Nick turns Doreen over to look her into her face. Where's Abigail? What have you done with my little girl? It's too late. Mother... Don't give me that sinister grin. I know you had a really shit childhood, and I'm trying really hard right now. The chilling grin widens across Doreen's face. I've cauterized the wound. Her words chill you to the core. What do you mean? Doreen smiles. It's over. Abigail's dead. Fine. Then where's her body? Like I said, I'm trying really hard to... That's the thing, though. One, she didn't have the repressed memory. So she knew. She knew. She was getting back, woefully and willfully, at her sister. And that's where I draw the line. Is, I get it, your father was a real piece of shit. But to go after your sister because she blocked it out and actually willingly says she does not have any recollection, and it's possible that she blocked it out. It's possible that she just caught a whim of it, and maybe she was just too young to remember. I mean, she was 10 years old. It's possible she blocked it out. It's possible for a lot of things. The point is to actually go after her little girl to get back at her. No. I'm trying to generate sympathy, and yet my brain is telling me don't listen to your heart, and no, this chick is a little cuckoo for cuckoo puffs. And it's very uncool in what she's done. If that's even the word we want to go for, is uncool, which it isn't, and it feels very lackluster in comparison to what I should be saying. With that being said, what do you all think? We got one more chapter to go, and then I'll probably be taking a little momentary break because I believe Choices will be coming out because it's Wednesday. So we'll do their due diligence and then get back to what right now I actually care about. I'm just irked by the whole Choices matter. I'm just irked, and then also irked by the fact people are defending it and the whole 9 yards. But I digress. That's a discussion for another time. With that being said, remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the description below, links to social media, our Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And until next time, stay well, stay awesome, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.